Just know there's a campaign that you guys are running right now to really galvanize people to be a part of this whole movement, really, of increasing the literacy rates in Detroit. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
So our campaign right now is to recruit Black male mentors, to be this volunteer, to be this person who's running these lessons, these customized experiences for our students, so that can be it can be more than just reading. It becomes more of this level of inspiration, this level of having that courage and encouragement to do more and to have that connection and those really powerful relationships with their mentors. But we need that representation. We know that it matters. And so our marketing campaign right now is to recruit more Black male mentor. Our goal is to really get 100 to 150 Black male mentors signed up by this summer. So we're excited to be moving that direction. We think that this is one of a really smart move, a move that will help us even improve with our students. You know, we think that this is something that will cultivate a greater change. And so we're excited to continue in it. And we're looking for more Black males to sign up, to mentor, to help a child learn how to read. So some of the literacy issue that we're facing is like, most recently, we learned that less than 15% of third graders are reading at grade level. And that is so drastic. It's something that we know that doesn't tie into their ability to read or have literacy skills, but more so a systematic injustice issue relating to literacy. So we want to approach it and bring something that is a little different than what they're experiencing in school to help improve those numbers. We want to turn that. You know, we want only 13% or the 13% not on grade level as opposed to the other way around. And so that is something that we do see as like a crisis, because we know that literacy reflects and hits on a lot of other statistics that tie into even their future as an adult and participating in society itself. You know, you need to know how to read in order to do a lot of many things in your day-to-day, you know. So we want to change that. We want to see students reading at grade level or beyond. You know, we know that third grade is when, by third grade, you should know how to read. And then from there on, you're reading to really learn, you know?
Yeah. Sure, you're spot on there. Obviously, having only 83% reading behind grade level is a major issue in and of itself, right? It starts there. But, you know, as Sheree is saying, like, kids who are able to read at grade level by third grade are more likely to be successful. In terms of like some of the literacy issues specific to Detroit, you know, just overall achievement data, you know, inability to read impacts overall achievement data, right? If you can't read, you're not able to do math well, right? So your math scores aren't that good. If you can't read, you're less likely, especially when you start looking at secondary education, you're less likely to graduate, which, you know, that impacts the community, impacts us in so many ways. You know, you're talking about, you know, being able to provide for yourself and the people you love. Your inability to do that is diagnosed by the inability to read. So it starts there. And there's, you know, other things we can talk about. You know, inability to read. There's data that shows that, you know, kids who aren't reading at grade level by high school at least, are more likely to, you know, participate in criminal activity, and more likely to be engaged in premarital sex, so on and so forth. So it's, you know, it's a lot of things that can be impacted by not being able to read at grade level.
There's a campaign that you guys are running right now to really galvanize people to be a part of this whole movement, really, of increasing the literacy rates in Detroit. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
So our campaign right now is to recruit Black male mentors, to be this volunteer, to be this person who's running these lessons, these customized experiences for our students, so that can be it can be more than just reading. It becomes more of this level of inspiration, this level of having that courage and encouragement to do more and to have that connection and those really powerful relationships with their mentors. But we need that representation. We know that it matters. And so our marketing campaign right now is to recruit more Black male mentor. Our goal is to really get 100 to 150 Black male mentors signed up by this summer. So we're excited to be moving that direction. We think that this is one of a really smart move, a move that will help us even improve with our students. We think that this is something that will cultivate a greater change. And so we're excited to continue in it. And we're looking for more Black males to sign up, to mentor, to help a child learn how to read, and so much more.
I would just add, we already know as Black male educators, we know that less than 2% of the entire teaching force are Black males, right? Which is a problem. To Cherie's point, she kind of talked about how just having a Black male, role model in your life, you're more likely to find success. There was a recent study actually out of the University of Michigan that talked about the psychosocial impact of having Black male role models in your life. And it showed that there's no correlation between having a parent role model, a Black parent role model, male role model in your life, and just having a Black male role model, right? So there's no correlation. Your ability, of course, when you have a Black parent, when your parents are Black, your mom and dad are in your life, you're more likely to be successful. But it said also that just having a Black male role model, you're as likely to be successful, which is, that's important. That you talk about, closing gaps, that that in and of itself, proves that. And so, that's big for us, as well as, representation matters. We know that, specifically in Detroit, our kids need to see successful Black men, right? We need to be out on the forefront of this thing. We need to be, a part of their lives. We need to be investing in them. So it's very, very, very important for them to see us in this space from an emotional support piece, but also from an academic support as well.
Yeah, and I just like that narrative that Black men are being seen as an answer, as a solution to issues, within our own community, and so in saying that, I wonder, what kind of Black men are you looking for? I mean, do they have to be college educated? Do they have to be educators themselves, or what type are you looking for?
You don't have to be a Black male educator to volunteer with us. We're looking for people who are passionate about their community, passionate about serving youth. We'll actually train you on becoming, a tutor. We'll give you the playbook step by step on what it takes to be a literacy tutor. So we can do that, but you don't have to be a educator. If you're an educator, great. If you happen to be a businessman, great. If you're a lawyer, great. Whatever you do, if you're passionate about giving back to our youth, specifically here in Detroit, we only serve Detroit youth. So if you're passionate about giving back to our community, our youth, this is a great opportunity for you.
When men volunteer, not only does it do all these wonderful things for the youth, it also does something for the volunteer as well. I actually was on a call with a guy who volunteered for SOAR Detroit, and he was just going on about how that was the most important thing in his life. This guy's a professional. It's the most important thing in his life right now. So I don't know if you can kind of talk about some of those stories, those experiences that your volunteers have had.
Yeah, we definitely can. I've heard stories of how the volunteer experience has led to people even considering changing their career, right? We have guys who've been, in their career for decades, and being able to spend some time with a younger person has allowed them to really tap into their purpose and feel like they're giving back enough to where they're doing a complete career change. So there are a lot of stories, things like that. But to your point, it's the feeling you get from being able to see the change that you make, and that's the key piece. Like, you can see the incremental growth. Like, our data, it speaks for itself. On average, our kids are growing from being a part of our program 2 years, from just being a part of our program, right? So you're seeing the light bulbs going off, and as those light bulbs are going off, you have light bulbs going off in your head, like, oh, like this is something that maybe I'm really good at. Maybe this is something that God is calling me to do, but I don't know what it is, but it's a phenomenal experience. And I suggest, if you are able to give 2 hours a week of your time, like a small 2 hours a week of your time, I suggest considering this opportunity. Like Sharice said, we provide most of the resources. The only thing you have to do technically is show up. You show up, and we'll take care of the rest.
Anybody who's watching this right now and they're saying, I think I want to, try to, see if I can volunteer, if I can give back to the youth of Detroit, what would they need to do?
If you're watching, you're like, hey, I want to sign up. I have 2 hours of time in my schedule where I could do that. Then we try to make it as simple as possible. We just have them go to our website, www.soardetroit.com/mentor. And then you sign up. And as soon as you sign up, you're given the training video. Like, you're able to watch the self-paced training video and go through it based off of your time and availability to go through it. And then after that, there is a sign up for a live simulation experience. And that experience has been one of the most positive and in terms of preparing to mentor a student, has been beneficial. And it puts the person in that situation, in that session with the student before they're there. So we try to make it as simple as possible. It's a 2-step process with the video and live simulation. And then you're going through that clearance process and match with the student. So if you're interested, go to our website, sign up, and we'll get you started.
We're looking for people now, right? So this summer, the district, they shared information saying that they'll have the largest summer school that they've ever had in the past, right? So the need is there. We're being asked by schools to implement our program over the summer, on top of being asked to implement our programs with some of our community-based organizations. So the need is there, the demand is there. It's time for us to, really step up and support. So I admonish you, if you have time, 2 hours a day. In the summer, most of our sessions will be in the morning. So if you have 2 hours in your morning between 8:30 and 11:30 a.m., please consider us. But during the school year, there's a little bit more flexibility to work with schedule. So, but right now, like I said, we're recruiting for the summer. Our sessions are kicking off. Our summer school, our summer programs actually are kicking off July 6th. So the time is now. Go ahead and visit the website, www.soardetroit.com/mentor. And we'll go ahead and, after you sign up, send you the videos. You can start it self-paced. So it's no rush. And after you complete that initial training, we'll get you registered for a practicum where you actually, partnering with another person that's getting ready to mentor. You go through the back office, you're going through the database, you're practicing some skills to get you prepared and comfortable with navigating our platform. And from there, we partner you with a young person in this game time. So please, if you have time, join us.